Hey, my fellow scopers, what's going on with y'all? I'm in Peach's restaurant having brunch with Jules Nobles, actress extraordinaire. Just quick review of the place, real quick. It's a nice, quaint place. I don't want to put too many people on video, but I did want you guys to see what it looks like. It's a nice spot. So, hey cuz, what's going on? I just finished, well actually I'm not finished the interview yet. I just want to ask her a few more questions on camera. Thank you cuz, thank you. She stepped out for a second. She'll be right back. My mom actually brought me out here, which is cool because it's freezing outside. So I'm glad she was able to do that. But she stepped away as well. I'm just sitting here. We just finished eating. The interview went very well. I missed this girl, man. I'm so glad she's back. And here she is. She just came back. Hey. Say hi.
How are you?
Karma just came on.
Oh, yeah. I love Karma.
Oh, I know he's blushing right now. Look. So I just want to ask her a few more questions before we wrap this thing up. So who would you want to work with in
Karma.
So that's indie. That's indie. That's
yep.
Independent.
Okay.
And so, do you want to be an independent actress forever? Like, that's?
I want to be able to go between comfortably. Of course, mainstream is usually everybody's aspiration,
yeah.
And that is mine as well. As long as the right energy and the right messages and the right team of people are following me along the way.
Definitely.
I have no problem with starting indie and staying indie until I have a strong enough message and a strong enough following and a strong enough platform to propel me into a really positive mainstream light. So as long as I can get that type of catapulting energy behind me, I can go mainstream.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
But okay, so if you did go mainstream, who would you want to work with?
Okay.
And I'm talking about actors or actresses, not directors or.
Certainly. Yeah. So Jeffrey Wright is definitely somebody that I admire. Oh my gosh, I love him.
He's so underrated.
Everybody that I like is underrated, and here's a topic that I really want to touch on really quickly is the whole Oscar situation.
I was going to ask you about that.
The reason that I want to talk about that is because a person like Jeffrey Wright and a person like Viola Davis and people like Cicely Tyson who have not won certain types of awards, but we know documented, we know factually that their level of performances and their level of transcendence into a character is unmarked,
Yes,
unsurpassed, unforgettable, irreplaceable. So
that's right.
it doesn't take an Oscar for me to deem them worthy of that type of praise. So I don't agree with our community asking for those types of labels because it gives away our power to say, what about the NAACP Image Award? That award was created for our community. So why is that one not so praised by us as an award such as Academy or Oscars that was never intended on celebrating us in the first place?
That's right.
So why ask for them to acknowledge our talent? Why? We're talented regardless.
That's right.
We're copied regardless.
All day.
You know, so we're infringed upon all the time. So it doesn't make sense for me to say, oh, why aren't we being nominated in your category?
Yeah.
That was set up for a certain group of people.
That's right.
And for them to decide at some point that they want to acknowledge us, that's fine. But I'm very much so Malcolm X when it comes to that thing. I can be separate from you as long as I'm equal.
That's right.
And in my separate entity, I can just create my own
That's
space.
right. That's right.
You know.
Oh, I love that.
So that's my whole take on having the uproar in our community about us not being represented in the Oscars.
Definitely.
And if I can get to a position of mainstream status I would celebrate us in our own way.
I like that. But that's so Jules
The money
Nobles.
that people, the money that people like Jada
Thank
Pinkett
you.
Smith have made,
Yeah.
the money that Chris Rock has made,
Yeah.
the money that Tyrese has made.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of all three.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
They could have already started their own awards
Yes.
ceremony to
Oh my
celebrate
God.
people of their own statuses and people that they deem worthy of it. So
I hope y'all are
tell
listening
somebody-
to this.
I have another interview on Friday.
You do?
Tomorrow. Yeah. And so this was the topic.
Oh.
You know, just because I just don't feel like it's fair that if I own something, that someone else gets to tell me who to put in it.
That's right.
So you don't get to do that.
Yep.
What
That's
you
right.
get to do is be who you are, represent yourself and your community in your own way. Because when you die, that's what you leave behind.
That's
you
right.
don't leave behind requests for the Oscars to have put you in.
It's so true.
So that's my take on it.
So true. I love that. Thank you.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
that.
I really appreciate it. And this is my unbiased approach to saying, okay, the Oscars are a monumental, historically sound way of calibrating actors and performances.
That's right.
But from whose perspective?
Thank you.
So that's what I want
From
people to
whose
understand.
perspective? Yes,
From
definitely.
whose perspective.
Right. Well, we know from whose perspective.
So why is it that a Grammy is so much more deemed necessary than a BET award?
I know.
And why is an Oscar or an Academy Awards make you more of an actor than an NAACP Image Award?
That's right.
So I can take one of those and y'all trying to give them away.
And she deserves one too.
I'll take one, and I'll think of it as important for me to get one in my own community
Right.
than outside.
That's right.
We don't have to be validated.
No, we do
Why?
not. I don't know. It's that mindset. I don't know. It's deep.
It's deep. When you have someone of that caliber still asking for acknowledgement, it's deep.
It is.
Thankfully, we grew up in families that validated us from moment one.
Yes.
You and I.
That's right.
So,
You already know. That's right. Okay, so my last question for Jules is, what do you do? What's coming up? What's next for you? Yeah.
as much charity as I can do. That's something that's always going to be important to me, no matter what. I feel like that the more that I can leave with someone else, it spreads. It's sort of like the Bob Marley thing, and he did it through like having a bunch of kids. I think so he like left his mark.
So did.
He left his mark through having children.
Yeah.
Of course, I can't be doing that. But to give someone else the inspiration that, hey, I don't have to be who you say I am, because a statistic has determined that I'm going to be in this predicament or be this type of person or live this type of socioeconomic life doesn't determine who I am, because my parents weren't college graduates. Neither were my grandparents, but that didn't dictate where I ended up.
That's right.
That just told me that I needed to do better. There was more work to be done. So charity work is that for me. It's like, I'm a college graduate, but what you need to do is become a master's graduate
That's
or
right.
a PhD graduate,
Yeah.
because the times are going to become those that require more from you. So that's what.
Somebody said free. Oh, that's
Hey, mom. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I was reading something the other night with my mother from Malachi. And we're Bible, we follow the Bible, but we also follow lifestyles, and together lifestyles plus spirituality has put me in this place. It's put me in a place where what's coming up is something that can be inspiring, that can create a legacy. But on the work side, definitely auditioning in New York. I'm writing a script. I'm so excited about it.
I know. I'm
so excited about it.
impressed.
So it's not this typical Bonnie and Clyde story. It's more of a story of, it pulls you in, and the way it does it is, it's like if you were in love with somebody so deeply and they asked you to do something that you know is wrong, but you know that if you don't do it, you could lose someone that you love so much, would you do it? And for what cost? Who would you die for? What's worth dying for? You know, and if you don't have anything that's worth dying for in your life, like how close to living are you? So it asks all those questions, and so
awesome. Are you acting in it?
Maybe. I have been offered a role in it, but I am producing it and definitely writing it and producing it. Starring in it, maybe, but the writer that I'm writing with is so phenomenal, and so he gives the masculine aspects of it, and then I give the feminine. And what you want to be is that girl that is good girl, but she can get bad, and she can be bad for this one guy. And then every girl wants this guy who can just be good for her.
Thank you.
You know, he's bad outside. Everybody else is like that nigga. And then, you know, when it's her, and he's nurturing,
right.
and he's loving, and he's attentive. But in the streets,
he's bad.
Different story.
He's bad.
So it's that kind of story.
I've had a couple of I really do.
So
and I've been in that position before.
Oh.
I have.
Yes.
I can't
so when I need questions answered, I
yes,
know who to
please.
call.
You gotta call me. You know my number. You gotta
So
call
yeah,
me.
I just finished it. We're just revising it and putting it together a budget this week.
Okay.
And other than that, I've been spending time doing a couple vocal classes because I see that in New York, a lot of people want you to be able to sing,
Really?
be able to dance,
Cool.
be able to act. Yeah.
Oh, that's
so,
cool. I like that.
So to be marketable outside of someone's looks
Yep.
and their face-to-face aesthetics, talent shouldn't be restricted to just being able to act. Because I was watching The Emotions last night on Unsung. TV1, thank you. I love Unsung.
I know. Me
Those
too.
girls were so divine in the way that they could just sing, and they looked the part, and the melanin was just popping. And I just love it. I just love it. So, and that was just raw talent. They were fully clothed. And one thing about Erykah Badu, this young lady came to Brooklyn and commanded New York City fully clothed. And when you can do that, Adele came to Manhattan and commanded New York fully clothed. When you can do that in 2016, you've arrived for me.
Right.
Like I'm all in. I'm a fan, and I don't mind buying anything you put out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jules.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I love her. I love her. Thank you all scopers for tuning in, and go to my blog. You will see this post up there within the next couple of days. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Filmmakerslab.com, and love you guys. We're signing off.
Thank you so much to the Filmmakers Lab. Thank you to Ms. Colleen Franklin and the Billionaire Brown family. Oh, the Billionaire Brown team. Let me tell you something. If you don't know them, you should get to know them, because 2016 has already started with everything that they're doing, and I'm definitely excited to be just nearby.
Thank you, Jules. Thank God. Thank you, guys. I'm going to stop this broadcast now. Thank you. I'll see you soon.